because the solar students are on final schedule, and just for families, it's just easier to have everyone on the same schedule. So there's no chapel next week. It'll be just a regular dress day all week, including the last day of school on Thursday. The last day of school is starting at 8:30 will be our awards convocation, and then following that is the kindergarten graduation, and then 11 o'clock is the solar honors convocation, and then that's a noon dismissal on that day. And again, it's school uniforms all next week, no chapel dress. Just want to touch briefly on why we teach music in preschool. We do it not because we think it's cute or they look cute doing it, but we believe that music at all levels does something to students and to the listeners. It is formational. It molds and shapes us into something, and it directs our mind towards something. And if you listen to music, particularly popular music today, there's a lot of somethings that it wants us to attend to. So we believe music done rightly, even at the preschool age, makes us think more highly and more rightly of our Creator and His creation. So that is our aim today. And the one who is our early childhood director I'd like to welcome is Mrs. Protho to talk more about the preschool program. So please welcome her.
Good morning, Annapolis Christian Academy warriors, families, and friends. My name is Jessica Prothro. I am the Director of Early Childhood Education here at ACA. Thank you for being here to honor our littlest warriors on campus. We are going to give you a sneak peek into what it is they are learning and how it is they go about learning it. I know our preschool staff is not in here currently, but I do want to take this time to introduce them. In Pre-K 3, we have Mrs. Caitlin McGehee, and we have Mrs. Amber Garrett as our lead teachers. As our aides, we have been having Mrs. Dee Dee Limon and Mrs. Nancy Lay helping us in the mornings. In Pre-K 4, we have Mrs. Olga Davila and Mrs. Nancy Hotchkin as our lead teachers, and Mrs. Dot Sanchez and Evangelina Guerrero as our Preschool 4 aides. This team has been truly some of the greatest and toughest warriors on campus. They have worked tirelessly, taking the ideas that God has given me and bringing them to life in the classroom for each and every one of our little students. So thank you, even though they are not in here. I hope they can hear it back there. Thank you, preschool team, for having the heart of a warrior all year long. Lastly, I want to introduce Mrs. Angel Domageau, our fearless early childhood music teacher. I will never forget the time Mr. Lockyer described Mrs. Domageau as a mad scientist. She truly is like a mad scientist, concocting elaborate and wonder-filled music lessons and programs. But her creativity and her fearlessness in the classroom and on stage is truly a beautiful gift from God. Additionally, Mrs. Domageau loves the Lord, she loves His children, and she loves teaching His children through music. It has been a pleasure to come alongside her and watch her mind, her heart, and her soul come together as she creates a classical music program for our littlest warriors. So thank you, Mrs. Domageau, for your hard work, your faith, and your fearlessness. Mrs. Domageau asked me to speak on the music program for our preschool students, so I want to take a brief moment to expand on some of the things Mr. Lockyer said about our preschool music program. As Mr. Lockyer mentioned, we do not do these programs and we do not teach our little warriors music for our own delight of their cuteness. Yes, these young students are cute, and we ought to have feelings of delight when seeing them sing. However, we at Annapolis Christian Academy know that setting the bar at cute is setting the bar far too low. We know our students are born persons made in the very image of God and are designed to stand as warriors in truth, goodness, and beauty. And we see ourselves as servants to be used by God to train up these warriors for the day they venture outside our walls and into the world beyond. So we work tirelessly to guide them towards something higher, rather than settling for cute, while at the same time being able to delight in their cuteness. With this being said, the music program for early childhood at Annapolis Christian Academy has two primary objectives. These objectives are not the only goals we have, but they are our compass as we make decisions for the music program. The first aim of our preschool music program, just as Mr. Lockyer mentioned previously, is to teach the student that through music we can tap into something unseen. Whether ugly or beautiful, music shapes and molds us by reaching into a part of our human existence that reason alone cannot reach. Therefore, we inundate our little warriors with music that taps into this unseen part of them and begins to mold and guide them toward the source of that which is good, true, and beautiful. Additionally, our early childhood music program knows that these formative years must be filled with a wide variety of rich, lovely language in a way that is pleasing to the mind, the heart, and the soul. Music class allows children to develop their language skills without them even know they are learning. Lastly, Mrs. Domageau decided to do things a tad different with today's performance. The students will be singing by themselves a cappella with no piano alongside them. While risky, this is for you to hear their little voices and see that they are capable of something truly wonderful and hard. It might get messy at times, and we all know that we never truly know what we will get with a preschool music performance. But Mrs. Domageau has proven time and again that children are capable of something wonderful. Additionally, I have encouraged the preschool team with the saying that the beauty of classical education is not always in the end result, but truly the beauty of classical education is in the process of molding and shaping. Lastly, Mrs. Domageau wanted you to know that at one point you will get to hear our pre-K4 students sing Row, Row, Row Your Boat in a two-part harmony. This is not an easy task for young children, yet through their hard work, these little ones are learning to sing together in harmony. In closing, as our little warriors sing for you today, yes, the songs Mrs. Domageau chose are cute, but know these songs have a much higher purpose. Thank you again for being here, and may you delight alongside us and our littlest warriors.
Well done, preschool, and thank you everyone for being a part of it. We just want to recognize one last time Miss Domageau, all her work. She's our pre-K through second grade music teacher. So Angel, thank you for all that you do. Our closing comes from Psalm 96. Sing to the Lord a new song. Sing to the Lord all the earth. Sing to the Lord, praise his name, proclaim his salvation day after day. Declare his glory among the nations, his marvelous deeds among all peoples. For great is the Lord and most worthy of praise. He is to be feared above all gods. Thank you, and you are dismissed.